Boom! What's good, fam? It's your boy James R. Davis coming to you live once again. Good to be back. What's up, what's up, what's up? Let me know where you're chiming in from as you come in. I want to share a different perspective with you guys that was an eye-opener for me years ago, about 21 years ago when I got introduced to this industry. And I want to share it with you guys because for me it was a major light bulb moment 21 years ago when I first saw it physically on a card, and then it was taught to me being in the environment of people that were actually doing that, and I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. I mean, because if you think about it, when you start talking about franchising, you think about the cost of a McDonald's franchise, of a Burger King franchise, or any kind of franchise for that matter. You know, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars potentially. You're talking about getting loans. You're talking about mortgaging your homes. You're talking about having to have collateral. All these different things, right? From a traditional standpoint. And so 21 years ago when I first heard the concept of being able to own a franchise for a few $100 to start and a couple of $100 a month, that blew me away. So I'm going to share it from a different perspective on today. Hopefully it'll help some people understand the power of private franchising, and not to underestimate, more importantly, the cost factor, right? Because some people look at that and be like, wait a minute, that it can't be real. Oh, it's real. It's real. This industry is a billion-dollar industry. It pays billions in commissions every single year, millions in commissions every single day when you talk about franchising. So I'm going to share a couple of perspectives, just so bear with me on today. So again, as you come in, let me know where you're chiming in from. Hopefully this is going to help some people. You might want to share this video if you want, because again, it was eye-opening for me 21 years ago, and it truly allowed me the opportunity to leverage my time, which is the most important thing that we have on earth. You know, we can make all the money in the world, but if you don't have time, you know, what good is it being able to make thousands and millions of dollars, right? Billions of dollars, if you don't have time. And so 21 years ago, I mean, this concept blew me away. So I'm going to share it with you guys on today and give you perhaps a different perspective on when it comes to business, okay, when it comes to franchising. And so again, if you're here, let me know where you're chiming in from. Let me know what city or state that you're chiming in from. Type the number 7 if you can hear me okay. I would appreciate the feedback. I see Rochester, New York is chiming in. What's up, Stefan Gasaway in the building? What's up, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys may want to share this. Even if you're in network marketing, well, I don't want to open it to network marketers. I just shared the price up front. So if you're in the franchising business with us, go ahead and share this video to your timeline. Then you know what to do. Post your link so people can take a free look at this franchising opportunity, right? Because what I'm gonna share with you guys is gonna blow you away. It's gonna kind of give you a different perspective, especially if you've never looked at what we do from that standpoint. Because yeah, so yeah, what's going on, Mr. Stefan? Derek Green says 7. Van is chiming in from New Jersey. What's up, brother? What's up? You guys may want to share this because this is going to be an eye-opener for a lot of folks. I'm telling you right now, you may want to share this video. I'm going to be professional, okay? So don't worry. I'm going to be professional, okay? So some of you guys that know me, y'all know I can keep it real. I'm just going to keep it real with you guys. And so again, I want to share some different perspective for some of you, and many of you already know this. And many of you may even be in our industry and may not even realize it, may not even have looked at it like that. So yeah, it may be a blessing to you as well. So anybody else want to share where you're chiming in from real quick, and I'm gonna jump right into it. Okay, so 21 years ago, right? Just a little bit about what was happening for me at that time. I was managing Tennessee Title Loans in Memphis, Tennessee, on 3rd and Mitchell. making good money, about $58,000-$60,000 a year. Let me turn this down. And but I was working 80 to 100 hours a week, and so but I made good money. And one of the challenges for me was I was always at the office. I mean, 80 to 100 hours a week. How many of you guys got a schedule like that, right? So that's me right there, bro. That's me. You know, busy all the time. That was me, man. I was always busy. And this whole industry showed up in my lap, and I was blown away because number one, I couldn't believe that people was earning $30, $40, $50, $100,000 per month, right, in their franchising businesses. And I was like, wait a minute, what? So let me share this you know, from a standpoint of traditional franchising. We all are familiar with traditional franchising, right? First, what do you got to have if you want to start a traditional franchise? You got to have some capital, okay? You got to have some capital. You might have to have some collateral, okay? You might have to have some decent credit, right? Go get a loan, right? Or form a collaboration with some friends and you guys put your money into it, right? Buy a franchise, okay? And so let's say, for an example, and this is not even true, but you can look it up, it's public information. But let's just say you become profitable your first year with their franchise. Sidebar, in relation to what I just said, most franchises are not profitable their first year. Not even close, okay? Not even their first 3, 4, 5 years. They're not even profitable, okay, being a franchise. But let's just hypothetically speak and say that a traditional franchise, right, it's going to cost you some money to get one started. Okay, that's number one. Okay, that's number one. You got to be ambitious. You got to have all the personal development. You got to have all the to do it. Right. That's number one. Then number two, you got to have the capital. Number three, right, you gotta hire people. Right. You gotta have inventory. Right. You're gonna have an expense, a 5-6 figure a month expense. 4 figure a month expense. Right. I don't think that's going to happen in a franchise because we're talking about franchising from a traditional franchising standpoint. 5 figures a month expenses, right? You got inventory, you got employees, you got all these different things. And so check this out. Let's say if you became profitable your first year in your franchise, right? And you said, man, this thing is going well for me, right? I want to start another one at another location. Well, in traditional franchising, you would have to come up with some more capital, right? You've got to go buy another building, the whole deal. Real estate, buy the land, property, rent it out, all this stuff, right? An expense, in other words, an expense. And so when I got introduced to this industry that we're in, private franchising, right? Call it what you want to call it. The profession is what it is. It's direct sales, it's network marketing, it's home-based business, it's private franchising, whatever. The first clue was one of my first sponsors. He had on his business card his name, and he had enterprises on there. Had his name, he had enterprises on there. I was looking at his business card. I was like, enterprises. That's interesting because that's exactly what we do. We're enterprising. We're expanding our networks. Watch this. Check this out. Let's say you were successful in your franchise, right? It would literally cost you maybe a couple more million to start another franchise. The ironic thing about private franchising was, in comparison to what I just mentioned, that the investment was low. I didn't have to go to a bank. I didn't have to even look at my credit. I didn't have to go get another partner to I didn't even have to go get a building, right? It was already a system in place even. And it was affordable. Back then, it was I think it was $300 in my first business that I invested into, right? I think it was a couple of $100 a month. So when I looked at that, I said, man, because I was looking at it from a standpoint of me being able to, number one, own my own home-based business franchise, right? Number two, cut them doggone taxes because I was making 60 grand a year, but I wasn't bringing home 60 grand a year. If that makes sense, right? The taxes was killing me. So I was like, okay, I need to lower my damn taxes. Some kind of way I need to lower these taxes. Sure enough, home-based business came up. Private franchising came up. And so I got involved, guys. Right? Here's what was it was extremely powerful that made me look at this exactly the way it is. Private franchising. I said, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that in this industry, I can start my own business for a couple $100? And in our case right now, live good for life, right? For less than $50, $49.95. Start a franchise. And the operating cost, even though we're a club membership, is only $9.95 a month, $10 a month. Like, to me, that is absolutely insane. But watch this. Let's say I became profitable in my franchise business. And in our case, people are doing it within the first day, within a week. Right? Then I can become profitable right away. Number one. Number two, watch this. If I start another franchise, which that's what we do when we sponsor people, right? Because here's the deal. It's global distribution. At the end of the day, it's still global distribution. When you sponsor someone, they have access to products that they're going to distribute into the marketplace. Now, people have different ways of distributing the products into the marketplace. Some people use social media. Some people actually, like I have friends, right, who have physical locations where they retail stuff out of already. Hair, nails, lashes, whatever, right? And other stuff. They're buying because we have a wholesale buyers club, right? At wholesale pricing, they're buying bulks of them at cost and able to retail right there on the spot, get cash right there on the spot. But that's just another way that people can market. People are marketing it different ways, but it's still different points of distribution. Watch this. In traditional franchising, it would cost you more money to start a business. In our industry, we're compensated when a franchise, quote unquote, opens up in the form of sponsorship, in the points of that point of distribution. So when I'm looking at my business, right, I'm like, man, this person joined from Canada. Man, this person joined from Kenya, right? This person joined from Africa. This person joined from Kentucky. This person joined from New York. These are points of distributions that are opening up in the form of franchising. And I'm getting compensated every time one opens up. Think about that contrast. That blew me away 21 years ago. I said, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me every time a franchise opens up within my organization, will I directly open it up or sponsor someone, right? Because the way the software is connecting people together that we don't even pay for in Live Good, it's free. It's $40 one time. Add the $9.95 to it, $49, less than $50. You can literally start a freaking franchise and start franchising through people and getting compensated from that. That's powerful. That's absolutely powerful. 21 years ago when I saw that, I was like, man, that is absolutely insane. Not to mention the fact that when these points of distribution open up, that's leveraged income. It's because a transaction is made, right? See, and then on top of that, I always say one of the realest things that you can do for people, one of the realest things that you can ever do for people. Yeah, you can pray for them, but one of the realest things that you can do for people is put them on a way for them to change their life financially. One of the realest things that you can do is put people on how to make some real damn money. Excuse my language. Straight up. I ain't talking about just no job that's paying $25 an hour. I'm talking about putting them up on a way for them to completely change their generations to come. Generational wealth money. All that wrapped up into this form of a private franchise versus this form of a private franchise. See, I got friends who join me in my private franchising businesses who actually own real franchises. One of them own a Perkins restaurant. Right? How many of you guys familiar with Perkins restaurants? You got some good ass food on it. Absolutely. Excuse my language once again. Right? So, very expensive though. And I remember him telling me, it was just a headache. Yeah, he made millions, but it was a doggone headache. Managing people, hiring the right people. Trust me, I know, because I'm a traditional business owner myself. I know. it's a challenge trying to find people who want to work. But in comparison, back then I was looking at that like, okay, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. That we can actually start a business, lower our taxes, create a real business name through our state, register it, get a business bank account, boom, attach the franchising business to that, make it legitimate, hire my kids, lower my taxes, right? Write off thousands of all the stuff I'm doing anyway. Like all these benefits to only go a private franchise. And see, again, the light bulb moment for me was the fact that I got compensated every time a new franchise opened up from anywhere around the world. I couldn't. That part right there really stuck with me. And the fact that through the form of people, these quote unquote franchises was actually building a large customer base. And that's when I stumbled across insurance and pretty much insurance of the concept of residual income and doing something once, right? Writing a policy once, and that member continues to pay month after year after year. I'm like, that's to me, but I couldn't do it because of my background, right? Imagine that. So network marketing was perfect for me to build residual income. Like, you got to be kidding me, man. You mean to tell me we could build a big, huge empire all around the world through people, right? And build a huge, phenomenal 100 grand, 2, 3, 4, 500 grand a month, $1 million a month in residual business? And how many times do we have to gather that customer? One time? Wow. That whole concept blew me away. And how much did it cost to get started? What? Not to mention that, see, in traditional franchising, you got to go to school. You got to go to business school, right? You got to get trained. And sometimes you go end up spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to go into events and conventions and so forth, right? But in our industry, a lot of the training was free. It really wasn't any comparison. If you talk to any real traditional franchise owner who's in network marketing, ask them the differences between the two, the benefits and the pros and the cons between the two. I guarantee you, especially if they've had any kind of success in network marketing, I guarantee they'll lean more towards network marketing. And then here's the deal. Here's the most important aspect of it. The time factor. The time freedom. Versus owning a traditional franchise. Now, at some point, again, if if it's successful, you have time freedom, right? Because you have people working for you. But again, it's expensive. If you want to expand, it would cost you way more money and more headache and more time. Am I making sense? Is that making any kind of sense to anybody? If that makes any kind of sense to anybody, type in number 8. Type in number 8 if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. Because I promise you, 21 years ago, that made a lot of sense to me and it changed my life. Completely changed my life. Because guess what I started doing every single day? What it was conducive to what I said I was going to do. I mean, listen. If the industry said, listen, we could, people were earning, the examples was already set, 30 grand a month, 50 grand a month, 100 grand a month, $1 million a month, already been done. And they got a system in place. Okay, then I heard the phrase, systems succeed. Somebody type this below. Systems succeed where people fail. Somebody type that in the chat. Systems succeed where people fail. And then I also heard the team that exposes the most people to the system is going to win first. They're going to win the biggest. The team who exposes the most people to that system and plugs the most people into that system. Not be a great speaker, not be cute, not have all the fancy suits, not have the Porsche, not have this, not do, because everybody's not, a personality is not duplicatable. Systems are what's duplicatable. And guess what runs and operates franchises? Systems do. You go into a McDonald's, I guarantee you the shakes going to be on the right, the fries going to be on the left. I don't give a damn if you're in Africa, China, Peru, Aruba, France, Chicago, it don't matter. You go in McDonald's, shakes on the right, fries on the left. Now, they're doing things differently now. I mean, it's just, but I'm finna be 50 next month. For all my life, Walk into a McDonald's, fries on the left, shakes on the right. How may I help you, sir? Can I get you some fries with that? It's the systems is what's driving in the success of a traditional franchise. It's systems. That's what's driving the success of traditional network marketing companies. This whole industry of network marketing, of private franchising. So hopefully I gave you a different perspective on what we do, right? It amazes me because I don't want to recruit. So you mean tell me you don't want to build your own company that you can will down 2 generations, save thousands on your taxes, make some extra money on top of the job, right? You don't want to build your own company. You don't want to recruit. I don't want to recruit neither. See, here's what I got. I didn't have to recruit people. I just needed to share the information to the people that was open for an idea, a business idea, a concept of private franchising, networking. I know people, right? I tell people about stuff all the time. Y'all been network marketing your whole lives. You just ain't even getting paid for it. Think about it. When's the last time you referred someone to a party, to a hairstylist, to, I don't know, whatever? How many of y'all posted a selfie today, yesterday, the day before that? You're doing network marketing. You're promoting. It's just a value proposition is what's lacking. Is why you're not earning the $100,000 a month passively and $1 million a month residual income. So hopefully I gave you a different perspective about network marketing, about those pyramid schemes that you guys sometimes often refer to. Man, network marketing is so far from a network pyramid scheme. My goodness. A pyramid scheme, guys. What is the structure? And when people say pyramid scheme, what is the structure it looks like? Like a pyramid, right? What does it look like? Everything in life. Pyramid, person at the top, pyramids, right? What does that also look like to the people that say that's a pyramid, but you actually are saying that from the cubicle that you, and I'm not trying to insult nobody. Listen, trying to educate you. You're saying that from the cubicle that you work in. You work in the pyramid. You're operating within a pyramid. You're at the bottom of the damn pyramid, employee, manager, supervisor. You're not making more. You can't make more than a boss in that pyramid structure. In our quote unquote pyramid structure, ain't even a structure. And in fact, I got one prime example within my franchise network right now. There's a person here, and this person passed the person up in rank. So that broke the pyramid structure. Person at the top ain't even making all the money. They just got passed up in rank. So hopefully that's blessed somebody that be thinking, oh man, when them pyramids getting all, we building CEOs and bosses all over the world. People are becoming entrepreneurs all over the world in the form of network marketing, in the form of home-based business, in the form of a work-from-home program, in the form of private franchising. And it only costs $49 to get started. Once. $9.95 a month to operate the business. And you get compensated every time a franchise opens up within your organization all over the world. And you can't even control it. You can't even stop it at some point. To me, 21 years ago, that was extremely powerful. And I promise you, I feel like God himself came down from the mountaintop and just said, here, boy, you go to scroll right here. Go give your people the scroll. Here you go. No, give it to your people. Now, many of them ain't going to see it. Because I send many of them to the wilderness and they, y'all know the story, right? Most of them ain't going to, so don't fret about that. The ones who is for, they're going to see it, they're going to get it, they're going to roll with it. They're going to empower themselves and they're going to impact generations to come. Their great grandkids are going to know exactly who they are. How many of y'all know your great grandfather? How many of you guys? Probably none of you. You know why you don't know them? They ain't leave you nothing. And with that being said, it's your boy. Holla back, man. Hope you got value. If you got value, type I got value below. I appreciate it. Type I got value below. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Hopefully I gave you a different perspective about those pyramid scheme thingies. Right? Jesus Christ. Because I promise you, it's gonna liberate you. And it's not only gonna liberate you, boo-boo, it's gonna liberate the people that's around you who you got thinking like that. Oh, don't think they're just scamming people. They scammers. The whole time you've been making $30 an hour your whole life. Who been getting scammed? You've been getting a refund your whole life. A tax refund your whole life. And you be balling about them just $7,000, $8,000 a year. But you look on your W-2 form and you see that they done took $25,000 from you for the whole year, but you got down an $8,000 refund. How in the world are you celebrating that? How? Where the rest of your money at? So now who getting played? Who's in the pyramid scheme? Some of y'all got y'all money in these banks and these banks failing on y'all. Now I told y'all years ago to get your money out of these banks. Who getting scammed? See, all the traditional things that we were taught is a scam. Your whole life is a scam. So how you going to call somebody that's on a Freedom Train's business opportunity or franchising opportunity a scam when you're operating within one? Boo-boo. Love y'all, man. Peace.